Come on in and join me on Think Different TV. I'm still trying to come up with a little, what is it? Like a little theme song for the show? I don't know. I'll get it together. Hey! From Prime Nostalgia Podcast, we got King Primetime on here. We got Skincare Diva. Hey! Hello, love. I haven't seen you in years. We need to catch up, darling. Vocally J. Hey, how are you? Thank you for joining my live tonight. This is going to be a crazy show. I'm excited to see what you guys are going to say on this topic. So this is a no judgment zone. So I don't care what y'all got to say, just as long as y'all keep it respectful and hopefully keep it clean. Well, what's up? Welcome to Think Different TV, episode 17, with your host, LaShia. Hi, everyone. I am excited. I am here every Monday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to give y'all a show. And I could not have this show without my beautiful sponsors. So I'm going to shout out my sponsors really quickly. One, we have Anointed Ads, an award-winning graphic design and website company in the making for 14 years. 14 years in the making, okay? All right? Over 100 websites created, including his own, www.anointedads.com. You just know an anointed ad because it has eye-catching designs. It's like you just know, right? What's up, JMH Productions? And I'm telling you, these designs are phenomenal. He created the flyer for my show, Think Different TV. He's also created the flyer for my financial business. He's done a lot of flyers for a lot of other businesses and also other events. Hey, Soul Fan. Yes, so check out my boy Phil over at Anointed Ads. Go to his IG. You know, his Facebook, Anointed Ads, ANOINTEDADS. All right. And also, if you want to get that project started, you know, you want to get a website created, you want to get a flyer created, whatever you want that he can provide, you can get your project started today. Make sure you call him at 609-534-0237. And when you mention Think Different TV, you get 15% off of your first project. So that's always amazing, right? And then we have Euphoria Water. On that, I'm going to take a sip. Euphoria Water, the cleanest, healthiest water in Philly. Yes. Get it today. All right. It's alkaline with minerals. No chemicals, no additives. Healthy for you, okay? If you're going to hydrate the right way. Get the right water in your system. Sometimes the worst waters are in the best looking bottles. And we just can't have that. We can't be fooled by the old okie doke, all right? You know, smoke and mirrors type thing. You know, you need that healthy water in your system. That way you can live a longer life, a healthier life, and a cleaner life. You know, I've been on my clean thing right now. I've been eating a lot of fruits and vegetables and eating a lot of healthy choice meals. And I'm drinking my Euphoria water. And sometimes you just got to drink your water and mind your business. So when you're ready to put in your order, go to Euphoria Water right here on Instagram. UPHORIAWATER. All right. You can go on there and put in your order. Or you can call Captain directly at 267-707-8279. So those are our sponsors for Think Different TV. I'm going to get right into it, y'all. I think I put it in the topic, in the title. I don't know if it showed up or not, but today's topic is, what would you rather be, number one or number two? So there's a lot of mixed feelings with this topic because, of course, if you're number two, there has to be a number one. And if you're a number one, you wouldn't like it if there's a number two, right? You don't want to be in that type of situation where you find out later on that you've been cheated on, or even if you're number two and you're well aware and, you know, they just won't give up that number one. You know, it's a very difficult topic. And they always say, like, oh man, if you're number two, you're a home wrecker, you're doing this, you're doing that. I firmly believe that if a man or woman steps out on their situation, that is on them, okay? Whoever they choose to step out with, even if the person knows what's going on, they have no loyalty or anything to that other person, to that person that they're in a relationship, that the person that they're cheating with, the person that they're cheating with does not have a loyalty with number one. So number two doesn't have loyalty with number one. Now, if it's some scandalous stuff like number one is a girl and number two is a sister, now y'all just nasty. I am looking for something, I can't find it, but it's okay because I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna keep it moving. All right, so let me just tell y'all, I've been racking over my brain about this topic because I really want to make sure that I am not offending anybody. It's just personal preference, what people are saying right now. You had the guy, I believe Pleasure P, come out with a song, Boyfriend Number Two, and you know, because there's a lot of, from a technical standpoint. So let's get out of our feelings on this one. All right, So Wavy, thank you for joining. Let's get out of our feelings for a moment. You know, just think of the technical side of things. Okay, you have number one, which is either a wife or a significant other that you've been with for a significant amount of time. That's the number one position. With that comes a lot of pros because you're in the number one position. First of all, chances are you know his family or her family through and through. All right. Another thing is when anything serious happens, you know, hey Kashali Beauty, thank you for joining. When anything serious happens, you're the front runner. You're the first line of defense, okay? So you're number one, okay? And when it comes to number two is like this position that you play if you know, like you know he or she already has a main person. But the pros about that is that you're not, there's not necessarily any like strings attached. You're not dealing with titles. You're not dealing with all of that other stuff. So y'all could kind of just be and like do y'all thing without all the thing about title and this, that, and the third is just, you know. And in some cases, like a third and fourth somewhere floating around, because chances are if he's cheating on the main with you, he's cheating with other people too. So, you know, or she, you know. Hey, Manny, what's up? Thank you for joining Think Different TV tonight. So, what would y'all rather be? Would y'all rather be number one, number two? I want to get y'all feedback because it's a lot of things that is being accepted more in society, and it's weird, but this is just the society that we're living in now. This is the times that we're living in. It's like, you know, there's even polygamous relationships. There's relationships where there's a man and two women, or a woman with two men, you know, and everybody is in the loop and knows what's going on, and this is what it is. And I am not condoning anyone going out and being sneaky or whatever and doing crazy stuff, and because that could get people hurt. But in to be realistic, it's hard to be that perfect person for another person. Like, y'all, it's hard to be one and one. For me, like, it's hard to find, and when you do, that's amazing, but it is very hard to find that person that is equally yoked to you, right? So throughout life, you're always like, you might find that person you think is the one, and you're with that person, and then it's something that may change in your life that makes you start wanting to get into other interests, and then all of a sudden, that person that you've been with all this time is not interested in that interest, and so you go to the place to partake in your interest, and you find somebody else that's equally in your interest as you are. And what I noticed is that we're flawed. We're flawed creatures, okay? And we're going to make mistakes. And there's going to be times where we take a certain situation and we'll say, okay, I'm with this person, I'm happy with this person, and this is the only person that I want to be with. And then you go out and because you have such a connection with this other person because of something that y'all share in common, it's like, oh my gosh, am I falling for this person too? Or am I just like going through the motions because I'm not completely happy? Or no, I am happy. I am happy in my relationship. So why am I feeling this way towards this person? And I really believe that we are capable of loving more than one person. Being in love is a totally different thing, but loving other people because of something y'all may share, some connection y'all may share that other people, may not understand. They're like, well, why, the biggest thing is what people always question: why did you step out in your relationship? Why did you? And I think when we say, that we blame it on the other person, like, they was working too much, or they didn't spend no time with me, or they didn't, like, if we just call a spade and say, listen, I got older, my interests changed, and that person did not fit what I thought I wanted. And when you are honest with yourself and realize that is the true reason, it is going to make you feel like a crappy person. You're going to feel like, oh my gosh, like, how could I do this to somebody that really loves me? And, and you're going to have all those feelings and emotions. But I think if you're just honest with yourself and honest with that person, just say, it doesn't even have to get to the point where you're cheating on that person. You could just say, like, to that person, listen, I have that conversation, like, hey, we are growing, okay? We are growing, not necessarily apart, but we are growing, and I know that I'm growing, and I know that sometimes I feel like what I thought I wanted is not what I actually want going forward, and getting older and realizing this, and it's not like I just want people to stop feeling down on themselves and feeling so bad on themselves because they just realize that their interests change and that they just want something different. You get what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't have to be always it's a bad thing. Hey Molly. It doesn't always have to be like that. It doesn't always have to be, oh, well, I feel like crap because I had feelings for somebody else. How could I feel like this for somebody else? Hey, Conan Course, what's up? Thank you for joining Think Different TV. It's a thing that I really want us to stop doing is beating ourselves up over it. Okay, just realize that we are human beings, and sometimes in certain situations we feel like somebody can give us everything that we want and need, right? In a relationship, in our lives. And then we get older and then we realize, like, hey, like, maybe, just maybe, they can't give me everything that I want in a relationship. They can't be that perfect person that I want. Like, let's be honest. It's times that like a man and a woman get together. A man may have a crazy sex drive. The woman may not, maybe at first when they first meet, and because the attraction is so strong, they're having sex on a regular. Like, all the time, multiple times a day. You get what I'm saying? And then the woman just kind of like, she's like, I've never really been this sexual. I'm not like a sexual person, but I am with you because, you know, I'm attracted to you. And they get into the relationship, they get, you know, further down the road, and it's not happening as frequently. But the man was like, listen, I'm still, you know, a very active person. I want to have a lot of sex, you know, and it's unfair to then, you know, say that the woman should just change her ways and be like, oh, well, I might as well just be a sexual person or whatever because my man want me to be sexual, because that's going to make her uncomfortable in a relationship. So we got to realize, like, she may not fit that criteria anymore. You get what I'm saying? She may not be that person anymore. And he might find somebody else that is that person. But that doesn't mean that that person that he was first with lacks value or is a bad person and that's why he's cheating on her or whatever like that. I think if we just come to an agreement that maybe, I'm sorry, my lips. No. I think we just come to an agreement that we need to be honest with each other and honest with the people that we're in a relationship with. That's why I know I can't do relationships. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm older. I realize that my interests and how I want my relationship to be may not be the conventional way that everybody wants to be in a relationship. You know, I don't want to be locked down to just one person. That's not something that I want to do. And I don't mind if the other person has other people. That's just my preference. Now, I'm not saying everybody gotta do that because it ain't for everybody. It ain't for, you know, sometimes jealousy gets in the way. Sometimes a lot of things get in the way and a lot of people can't handle it. But I realize, like, I have a lot of different things that I like to do. I like to sing. I like to, you know, I like to write. I have a lot of different interests, okay? And I like for my partner or somebody that I'm vibing with to be interested in like the same things. And if I'm with somebody that's a stick in the mud and don't want to go out nowhere and don't want to have any type of fun, but I love this person because we have intellectual conversations and we can, you know, actually talk about really thought-provoking things, it's kind of crazy because it's like, I want this to be my person because we have these thought-provoking conversations and it's just amazing. Every time we're having a discussion, it's just off the charts. You know, I love the way that he picks my brain, I pick his brain. You know, it's a back and forth type of thing. But then when it comes to like, oh, I want to go out and I want to have a drink or go to a bar or, you know, something like that, or I want to go to an open mic or something like that, and you're like, oh, I don't do that. And it's like, what? You don't do what? You know, so it's like, so you don't fit the criteria, that particular criteria. So you can't be mad at if I go out to an open mic and I'm vibing with somebody and we have that in common, and that's my open mic buddy. You know what I'm saying? Like, now that's just on a hangout to a lot of people like, oh, well, you can't be in a relationship with all these different people because you got all these different interests and this and the third. But I mean, like, why not? Why is there such a rule that somebody has to be with one person? I think that's crazy because it's like, okay, I'm gonna be with this one person for the rest of my life. And I know I make that sound real bad. That's a beautiful thing. If you can find that person for you, that is amazing. But I'm telling you, that is not where my mind is right now, you know? And maybe when I get older, like in my 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, I don't know. Maybe I would want to be in a monogamous relationship. But that's why I find it easy just to be single and just mingle. You get what I'm saying? No titles, no nothing. Nobody feels like, oh, I'm the front runner, or I'm the person that's supposed to be like. I'll just be like, listen. But if I was in a relationship, I would want to be. Okay, the topic is, would you rather be number 1 or number 2? And I find it easier to be number 2. Okay? Because for some reason, number 2 gets the truth. Most of the time. Number 2 gets the truth most of the time. Number 1, that's when it's a little slippery. Because, like, number 1 is like, if the guy wants to go hang out with number 2, you know, number 1 is getting the lies, you know, or, you know, I'm going to go hang out with my friends tonight, and I'm that friend. You know what I'm saying? Do I classify that as being a home wrecker? Well, I mean, the only person wrecking the home is the person that live in the home. The only person that can wreck the home is the person that live in the home. To me. Hey, Euphoria Water just stepped in the building. That's the only person that can wreck the home. Like, and they're the only ones that can allow someone else to wreck their home. You get what I'm saying? When you find that person that you can be complete with, I mean completely honest with, about everything about you, about your intentions, how you feel, you know, when and they share, they may not do the same interest as you, but they at least, you know, attempt to partake in your interests, or don't deem your interest as invalid. You find that person, hold on to that person. Don't go find number 2. It ain't even worth it. It ain't even worth it in the long run. I wouldn't recommend anybody going out and finding number 2 anyway. Sometimes it just happens. Sometimes it just, I don't say go out for the express, you know, purpose, like I'm going to go out and find my number 2 tonight. You know, no, I'm saying, like, sometimes that stuff just happens. Sometimes you just get caught up in the moment. Like I said, we're human beings. We're not perfect angels. Okay, we're going to go out there, we're going to make mistakes, we're going to do things that's not, and if you feel like you're that type of person that you cannot be with just one person, don't force yourself to be with just one person. Like, what is you doing? If you want to be single and mingle, then be single and mingle. And, like, from a technical standpoint, like I said before, being number 2, there's a lot less drama involved as far as the 2 people involved. So if I'm number 2 and I'm with a dude, and you know, it's less drama, because I'm not trying to be number 1. I don't want to be number 1. I'm like, we just having fun right now, and number 2s can be replaced. And the thing is that you gotta always be ready for that possibility. One day he might be like, listen, this is not working, or, you know, and I want to be with my wife, and I want to be with my main chick, and I don't want to be with you no more. You gotta be prepared for that, and you gotta be able to just be like, let it roll off your back. Don't get all caught up. You know, if you know you're in number 2 position, play that position. Don't try to be number 1, because you're number 2 for a reason. And number 1s, right? Don't be mad at the number 2s for real, because they, I mean, you can to a certain extent if they know about you, and they like, and if they be disrespectful and they're not really paying their position right. Because if he say, listen, I'm gonna be with my main chick on Monday between 3 and 5. Come on, side chicks. Come on, number 2s. Don't be calling him between 3 and 5. That's his code. That's what he's telling you. He's saying, like, I'm gonna be with with my main chick between 3 and 5 on Monday. Do not call him. Do not call him. Do not text him. Do not send him a picture. Do not like any of his pictures on Facebook, Instagram, nothing between 3 and 5. Because he's letting you know, listen, I'm going to be with my main John. I feel like crap right now because I feel like I'm giving the whole blueprint. But whatever. It's my show. I'll do what I want. So, yeah, so don't be doing all that. You that's the messy ones, okay? That's the messy ones. And the dude know that the girl messy from the first meeting. Like, if you know the girl messy, don't mess with her. If you know she messy, don't mess with her. It's all about the approach. You get what I'm saying? If she all out and about talking something, what's up? Oh, what's your situation? Oh, I got a girl. I ain't even trying to be like, I don't care about no girl. I don't care about no. Red flag, red flag, red flag. Because we got to care somewhat. Okay? What's up, honey dip facials? What's up, Melita? How are you, birthday twin? You got to care to some extent, honey. You have to care about the number one. You have to care about the number one. Like, I'm not saying do full-on research, but I'm just saying, like, you got at least know what she look like. You know? Like, and it's bad because it's like you just, and then if you don't know, then you don't know. And don't ask. Don't ask. You get what I'm saying? Do not ask. Do not ask about number one. If you number two, don't ask about number one. It ain't none of your business. Stay in your place. Don't ask about the kids he shares with number one, and guys don't really ask questions like that anyway. So, but don't be asking all this other extra detailed stuff because honey, it ain't gonna put you no closer to being number one. It ain't. He not gonna give up number one because he got a special place in his heart for number one, and you just gonna have to stick with being number two. And no, not in hopes of being number one because it ain't gonna never happen. Now, situations where this has happened, okay? I mean, Steve Harvey, he's like the guy that I'm going to use for this example. He said expressly that he has no female friends because he knows that, you know, no man can have any female friends. And I kind of sort of agree. Because if I'm attracted to you and you're attracted to me, how can we really be friends? Just be friends. Like, how can we really just be friends? Let's be honest. But he also is on like his third marriage or something like that. So let's look at it like this, right? He on his third marriage, and his first and second wives he done cheated on, right? He done cheated on. And it's crazy because the number two was a woman that he cheated on his number one wife with, and she ended up becoming number one. That's the only time when it can really be like, and I really think that men that got money, Molly says, I have female friends. You have to respect the friendship. Yes, you do. You do. Now, what I'm going to say on this is, let me take a sip of water. Euphoria water, that is. Ooh. That's the only time. And I feel like when men have money, it's easier for them to maintain a number one and a number two. Maybe even the number three. Because they got money. They got money. And if you can afford it, then have at it. You know, sometimes the number one and number two can be very comfortable. They can be very comfortable. A guy could be married to number one, and the woman got a house, you know, with a pool, walk-in closet. You know, she understands that he has to work and he is providing for their family. So she's like, okay, you know. And I'm not saying that cheating should come with the territory. It should not. But, you know, some women that, if they're in a situation like that, they just be like, whatever, you know. And that's actually another topic that I'm going to do later in the line. So I'm going to keep this part brief. But definitely, like, I feel like if a man has money, it's easier to maintain the number one and number two. And the same thing with a woman. If she has money like that, if she has financial means, or if she has power, like if she's a powerful woman doing whatever she does, she can have a number one and number two. You know, she can have a husband that she caters to and everything like that, and he's none the wiser about her having a number two. And the number two is always sometimes like a younger guy. I don't know why they do that, but a younger guy who just is like, yeah, whatever, let's do it, because they don't care. But I would rather be number two. Keeping it all the way funky with y'all. I would rather be number two. I wouldn't want to be number one. Like I said, I don't even want to be in a relationship right now. So, you know, being number two is right up my alley. Now, people are probably wondering, like, why do you say you want to be number two? What do you want to be somebody's one and only? What do you want to be like? No. You want to know why? There's too much drama with it. It's too much. It's too much. So, like, number two, you got more freedom. Y'all can talk about anything. Nobody getting all offended or feeling no type of way. Don't necessarily have to meet the folks. You know, y'all could be elusive. I think that's a good word to use. Like, don't nobody gotta know about y'all business. See, when you the main joint, everybody know about y'all relationship. Everybody know, because, like, it's out there. It's exclusive. You know, it's out there. You get what I'm saying? So, you got these guys that are like, oh, you know, this my girl and this and third. Another reason why a lot of guys, okay, maybe I'm thinking too much into it, but I know that Facebook and Instagram and all that stuff, like social media period, a lot of guys don't like to post their personal business, who their main joint is and this and that third. Like, that's not up their alley. They don't really do all that. And I realized the only time they do it is like to let their side joints know, like, this who I'm rocking out with, this what she look like. You know, like to give out a code, like a bat signal, if you will. It's like, let you know, like, yeah, this is who I'm dealing with. And it's not necessarily to deter the other women from, you know, being with them or anything like that, or, you know, it's first to let all the girls that he is currently messing with know, and then the girls that still want to like mess with him, but you know they ain't never shoot their shot, they're like, oh well, he taking now, but you know, they, you know, just kind of like, I don't know, it's just a bad signal to me. It's like, oh yeah, this is my wife, or we're getting married, or this and the third. Dudes don't do that. For real. Like, they do, oh, this is the love of my life, and you know, just post a little stuff. I'm like, y'all doing too much. Y'all gotta do all that, because the woman is gonna do all that, and she gonna tag you, so you don't need to even post it on your page. You just wasting time. Molly said, agreed. Number two is more free. All right. Yeah. Number ones have it good in this way. Number ones have it good in this way because, like, we know your mama. Like, we know your mama, we know your family, and the family may not necessarily like me, but they know me, and they know how I am. And yeah, when you're in the number one position, you can talk that person into like, listen, we're really serious right now, and we need to, start thinking about our futures, and we need to think about like, are we like, that's the person that be on all the paperwork. I'm gonna just say it like that. That's the person that's on all the paperwork. So number two, y'all have y'all fun. That number one gonna get that money. That number one gonna get that money. That number one is gonna benefit from certain things that number two ain't gonna really benefit from, unless the guy got it like that or the woman got it like that. If the guy got it like that and he's able to like toss you bread, toss number one bread, toss number two bread, then y'all good. But if he like one of them dudes that's like, I got a wife and I'm trying to maintain this other lifestyle with number two, and he really don't got the funds, and so number two up here like let me get some money. He like, oh no, I gotta pay for the kids daycare and this, that, and the third, and just giving a whole bunch of excuses, not giving the girl money. Then listen, that's not the person you want to be number two with. That's the person that just need to stick with the number one. Okay, just the number one and nothing else. Okay, and I know that's wrong. I know it's wrong. I know what I'm saying is so wrong on so many levels tonight. But whatever, it's my show. Do what I want. Fight me. But this is a topic that comes up a lot because I'm hearing songs where it's like the girl's like, I don't care where she is, you can pull up to my crib, like I'ma put it on you, send you right back to with me on your breath and this, that, and third. Like, ooh, what? Y'all nasty. He ain't got no toothbrush over there, no toothpaste. You gonna send him home with you on his breath? Okay, that's pretty gross. But it's getting more vulgar, y'all. It's like people are just doing the most now. They don't care. There's dudes that's like, listen, I know you with him, but you should be with me. I mean, they was making songs like that back in the 90s, like, you should be with me, and he ain't doing you no good, and all this stuff, and then women like, I should be with you because he ain't doing me no good. But the thing is, like, he me in the capacity like you should come over here to the dark side for a little bit so I can clap them cheeks. I'm gonna send you back to your boyfriend. Like, let's keep it real, because he ain't talking about you should be with me in a relationship. They was playing, they was faking the funk. Like, they just say but they want you to, what you want to hear. They just say what you want to hear. Oh, he gonna treat me so much better than my boyfriend, and I should leave him. And this, that, third. No, honey. No, honey. He just trying to pull you over to the dark side so he can clap them cheeks real quick. Send you right back to your boyfriend. Now you all feeling all guilty because you done cheated on your boyfriend with somebody that you thought you was going to be able to leave your boyfriend to go with. No. And I don't want women to feel bad if they got, if they physical relationships need complete understanding. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. I agree with you wholeheartedly, Molly. They do need complete understanding. We need to know. We need to sign a love contract. Like, what's going on? What's going on your part? What's going on my part? We need to have a meeting of the minds, and then we can have a meeting of the bodies. So, definitely, that is true. I'm not, like I said, I'm not condoning people going out there and cheating on their spouses, significant other, whatever. But I'm just like, wrap it up. Protect yourself. don't be that number two that end up with a whoopsie, you know, or it burns. You don't want that. You don't want a whoopsie or it burns. You don't want that. You definitely want to have stay single if you gotta mingle. Yeah, if that's in you, like, I can't be in a relationship. I know that if I'm in a relationship, I'm probably going to cheat on the person, or I can't be with one person because I know that I want multiples. I want to be with multiple people. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Just be honest with yourself. Just say that that's what you want, and just stay single until you and mingle if you got to, But if you do decide to do that, be that number two. Because like I said, we are human beings. Sometimes we can't help who we have an attraction to or fall in love with or whatever. Well, not in love with, or we end up loving. We might see somebody and have a real good connection, vibe, and all this stuff, and then but I'm married, and it's like, dang, but I already done built up this connection with you. Now you want to tell me you married? Oh, you just pulled the rug from under me. Like, what the hell? Like, this ain't, I still want to have conversations with you and talk with you and stuff like that. What's up, D. Newman? Love you too, lady. We'll chat. Melita, my birthday twin, she had to jump off, y'all, but I'm telling you, gotta be smart about this, yo. Gotta be smart about it. Number one is too much of a hassle for me. I know there's some people that's out there like, oh, I better be number one and only one. Okay. All right. You got that. You got that. Are you prepared to be like his everything? Are you prepared to be like his homie, lover, friend? Are you prepared for all of that? If not, be prepared. Be prepared. Some dudes say they want a woman that's a lady in the streets, freaking the sheets, right? They also want somebody that they can watch an occasional football game with if they're into football or whatever their interest is, or at least partake in a little bit of their interest. They're looking for somebody that they can talk to, unfiltered without being judged, or and that we're actually listening. They want a woman that don't talk so much about their relationship to other people and just in general. They don't want a lady that talks a lot. So I'm just saying, like, just from me having a lot of male friends and just knowing, like, the other side of things and knowing, like, and some of y'all guys that be getting married knowing daggone well that y'all don't really want the whole married life, like in the sense like you want to be with that person, only that person sexually, and like just be honest with the other person. Like it's crazy how y'all be sneaking around. It's crazy how y'all be sneaking around, but that ain't my business. But I was just saying, it's just crazy because y'all could just be like, now I'm not saying don't get married. Hey, Chad Anthony, I'm not saying don't get married. I'm just saying, like, just put people on, put that person down, and say, like, listen, I'm marrying you, I want to be with you, but I have other desires that I want to explore with other people. Like, be honest, so you don't have to sneak the freak around. Just a suggestion, just a thought. So that's the topic. Would you rather be number one, number two? I didn't really have a lot to really say on this topic other than I would rather be number two. And I would rather be that person that, is, it's a lot of commitment when it comes to being number one. Whereas number 2, there's not a lot of commitment involved, and you don't have to really worry about like, you know, it's going to be long stretches of time when you're probably not going to talk to this person. And that's why it's good to have multiple friends in the wind. You know, I'm just saying. Like, you know, it's so many people afraid to really admit what they want. Say what you want. Like, if you want that type of lifestyle where you're not bound to like one person, then definitely just say that. Just say that. You know? Cause I think honesty goes, well, I know honesty goes a long way. And when you're honest with yourself, that's the biggest of it all, because you know like what you want, you know how you're gonna go about it, and you're more comfortable with yourself, and you don't have to beat yourself up about it. I remember beating myself up about it a lot of times. What's up, OTC Jug? I remember sitting there being like, Dad, you know, why do I still want to be with other people when I'm supposedly in a relationship with this person? And that's because I didn't feel fulfilled in our relationship. I didn't feel fulfilled. Not saying that that person wasn't doing what they were doing an amazing job and being an amazing person, but I didn't feel fulfilled in our relationship. So I felt like I needed to be with others, and that's just the truth of it all. And knowing that, I realized that in this stage of my life, I just need to be single. Point blank, period. With no, I'd rather be in a relationship with myself, because I'm still working on myself. I'm still working on who I want to be, and I know that there's no one person that I probably can be with that's going to satisfy everything about me. I find myself getting very irritated very fast about certain things, certain pet peeves I have, and it's just, as I get older, I'm going to be more vocal about it than usual. Like, I'm not going to keep it to myself. When I was younger, I used to keep everything to myself. If I felt some type of way about something, I would just keep it to myself. It bottle up. And then one day I just explode and just be like, yo, like, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And I hate when you do this. And I hate when you do that. And then they be like, Dad, like, I'm getting the whole thing. Now it's like, as soon as I see something I don't like, I don't really like that. I don't like that too much. Like you calling me, you know, back to back, and you obviously see I'm not picking up. Like, I don't like that. So can you like not do that? Oh, you showed up to my house to give me flowers. Oh, this is so nice, but I don't do that. Don't do that. I don't like people just showing up to my crib unannounced. Like, this was a nice gesture, but don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I don't really like flowers either, because they die, and I don't got time to be like taking care of them. I'm just saying, I'm not unappreciative. I'm just saying that if you're gonna give me something that I'm gonna use, like give me some ice cream or some chocolates or something like that. But definitely number 2 for me is the way to go. And be all the way funky, just to be single is the way for me to go. Because some dudes be treating their number 2s like they number 1s, be like, oh, you can't be with nobody else, you can't date nobody else. You get what? Nigga, no, we not going there. Ninja, we not going there, because guess what? You got a whole relationship going on. You can't tell me who I can and cannot be with. So you could just take that somewhere else. You can't be possessive over a number 2, because that's the first thing we're going to do is just walk out. We just like, we ain't trying to be, the reason why we number 2 is because we don't want no drama. You trying to bring me drama? No, I'm good. So that's my take on it, y'all. I don't know how y'all feel about it. No, it was a few people that was vocal in the comments. But when I repost this on my IGTV, live page under the series Think Different TV, or on my YouTube channel Think Different TV. I would love for y'all to leave comments, so let me know what y'all think. I was actually riding in an Uber with someone, and they was just like telling me about their channel and everything like that, and I told them about my show and told them about the topic, and the person was like, oh, well, there ain't gonna be no number 2. I'm gonna be number 1, number only, the one and only. I'm like, okay, all right. I feel you on it. I feel you. Like, if that's what you want to be, if you want to be number 1, that's fine. If you want to be number 2, that's fine. This is a no judgment zone. Because what you eat does not make me poop. So you live your life how you want to live your life. Now, I can't judge you, because I'm not, there's only one judge. There's only one judge. So that's what you want to do. That's what you want to do. And that's why I say, when you come on my channel, you come on my TV, my Think Different TV show, there's no judgment. Because at the end of the day, I know we're all human beings. We're all human beings. We're going to feel the way we feel about certain things. And it may not be the status quo. It may not be popular opinion. It may be very much unpopular opinion. But guess what? Everybody is entitled to having an opinion. So that's what it is. That was my topic tonight. Would you rather be number 1, number 2? Okay, we're going into 9:55 almost. So here's what we're gonna do, right? We're gonna take a pause for the call. I'm gonna tell y'all about my sponsors, then we're gonna jump into this independent artist spotlight on my very best friend, bro, Tony Jones. Okay, so before we jump into that, like I said, I'm gonna tell you about my sponsors. My sponsors are Anointed Ads, an award-winning graphic design and website company, over 14 years in the making, 100 websites created. You just know an Anointed ad when you see it, because he has eye-catching designs. And I'm telling you, he's ready to work with you guys. When you're ready to get your project started, make sure you call him up. Call him up at 609-534-0237. His name is Phil. He's professional. He gets things done in a timely fashion. He is not one of those slouches. He's not one of those people where he get your money in and then you don't ever see your project. No, he gets your joint done right, okay? And when you mention Think Different TV, you get 15% off of your first project. So that's always a good thing. You always want to save a little bit of money, but just realize that we're doing this to support our Black-owned businesses and making sure that they're getting more of the traffic, right? Because you can go to anybody to create your website, but it's just something about having a Black-owned business take care of it. They just know you, right? They just know what you need, right? So what's up, Chris? What's up, Wilmer Black Productions? Thank you for joining in tonight to Think Different TV. And like I said, that's one of our sponsors. And you can check them out on IG, ANOINTEDADS, Anointed Ads, right here on IG. You can check out his work. And on his website, www.anointedads.com. When you're ready to get your project started, like I said, call him up at 609-534-0237 and get that project started today. And then my other sponsor is Euphoria Water, the cleanest, healthiest water in Philly. Alkaline with minerals, no additives, no chemicals. I'm telling you, if you're going to hydrate the right way, get this water, okay? I'm telling you, like, I get them by the gallon. Okay, because I drink water. Okay, I'm making sure that I'm staying hydrated, and this is the only way to stay hydrated is to get the right water in you. Now it's crazy because a lot of the worst waters come in the best looking bottles. We ain't got time for that. We don't need to have smoke and mirrors. We don't need to be having the old okie doke pulled on us. We need to get the right stuff into our systems, into our bodies, so we can maintain a healthy and clean lifestyle. So that is Euphoria Water. When you're ready to put it in your order, you can go right on Euphoria Water right here on IG. That's UPHORIAWATER. Or you can call Captain directly and get it delivered to your home. If you live in Philly, he's delivering. So it's 267-707-8279. Get that water today. All right. So My independent artist spotlight is on this young man who I've known for years. Literally years. And I'm going to tell y'all a funny story about how me and this guy met, right? So, what's up, Stina Jones? So, let me tell you how me and this guy met, right? I was walking down Broad Street in Philly. I was coming from somewhere. I was heading home. And I wanted to catch the C. At the time, it was the C bus, y'all. So this tells you how long ago it was, because now that same route is the 16, and then you also got the 4, but it would be the 16 because I was going up Broad Street towards North Philly. So anyway, what's up, Phillies are? So I'm walking, right? I'm walking to the bus stop, and it was this guy and this woman that was hanging out. And a young woman was handing out flyers, right? So she walks up to me and she says, she looks back at Tony and she says, Tony, she looked like she could sing, right? She looked like she could sing. And he was like, yeah, whatever. He was looking at his phone. I was like, oh my gosh, she's so rude, right? So she was like, my name's Pam, and this is Tony Jones, and he's doing a show at Darling's Palace on Thursday on this day. And I was just like, Darling's Palace, like, that's my spot, that's where I go. Like, she was like, yeah, it's supposed to be an open mic and he's featured there and this and that. I'm like, I ain't never seen this guy at Darling's Palace. I've never seen him at any of the open mics. I'm like, how they gonna feature somebody he ain't never come into our spot before? Like, what's going on, right? So I was like, all right, y'all got it. I like, Stacy, you got it. So it was like 2 weeks from when they was out there, but I admired the grind. I admired that they was out there passing out flyers for this show instead of just, because this is back in the old days, y'all. This is before you could just post something on social media, people just show up, or before you could send out evites and all this stuff. Like, people was out there grinding, handing out flyers, walking, networking, going to different shows and networking and saying, hey, if you enjoyed my performance here, come out to this place. I'm going to be doing a longer set. Like, it was a lot more involved with networking back then, because it wasn't just you just jump on IG, you just jump on Facebook, you just jump on, like, you had to go out there and you had to grind, right? So I admired the grind. I was like, okay, y'all out here doing it. But she was just like, she's like, do you sing? I was like, I do a little something, I wasn't trying to like blow up my spot or whatever, but I was just like, and I was like, and I've been to Darling's Palace several times, not mentioning like I went there literally every week at that time. Like, this was the time when I was going every Thursday, faithfully, every Thursday. Darling's Palace was getting my money, all right? Just Words was getting my money because I was there every week, faithfully. And I would take the stage and I would just like love the environment. And I love the people that would come through. And I love that it was always wall-to-wall people in there. Like, it was times that you had to get there like 8:30. The joint start at 9:30. It was from 9:30 to 1. They didn't even really kick off the list until like 10:30. And you in there from 8:30 to 10:30 because literally, like, if you was to come at 9 o'clock or 9:30, that list would have been filled up. It would have already been seats taken and you would have been standing. Like, you had to claim not only your spot on the list if you was the singer, but you had to claim also your spot, like, in the club itself. Because, I'm telling you, used to be wall-to-wall people in there. Loved it, right? So, I was like, all right. So, this particular thing, she's like, she's like, you look like you singing this and blah blah blah. So I'm like, yeah, I do a little something, a little razzle dazzle or whatever. So she was like, okay, so are you gonna be there? And I was like, I might slide through, knowing damn well I was gonna be there because I was there every Thursday faithfully. So I was like, I might slide through, see what's going on, blah 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 blah. So the night like I said, it was not that week, but the following week, or maybe even 2 weeks after we was out there at Broad Street. That's when he had the feature. So the week that he came, he had the whole shebang. He had a band. He had background singers. I was like, this dude is serious, right? But the thing is that before the feature takes the stage, they go through the list substantially. And this is back when, and I don't know when that switch happened, but I remember a time when people used to sign the list and actually go on when they sign on. Like, it wasn't no extra stuff just thrown in there in between people that was on the list, just saying that. But this was back when they would used to be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like, they would just fly through the list, and you would get 2 pieces, and you would get off the stage or whatever. So I can't remember if I performed before they went up or after. I think it was after. No, it was probably before. What's up, Logic? I don't know if it was before or after. I just remember when they took the stage and he had the background singers, and yeah, Chad, I know. I know. We was just talking about that when you was on the show. So definitely, like, I was feeling the vibes, you know. There was no word like that for it back then, but I was feeling the vibes that they was giving off. I was like, the background singers seem a little off. But I was like, he is singing his heart out. I don't know who this guy is, but he's really good, right? So did his thing, and people was clapping. And let me tell you, he brought a following with him. So it wasn't like he just was there and just performing. Like, he brought people. There was a lot of people there. It was people from Maryland there. There was like a lot of people there that came to Philly to support him. So I was like, oh, I gotta find out more about this guy, because everybody know him and what's going on. Like, I've never heard of him before, you know. And it's crazy because I think I still have, because I'm a pack rat and I always keep a lot of stuff. I still have, and I think I showed Tony, I still have that flyer that was handed to me on Broad Street. And we talk about years ago, y'all. We talk about, like, this was like 2007. Years ago. I think I still have it with his number on the back of it, right? So after that, I think I went on after they performed. So they performed, whatever, and then they started the list back up. So I was like, so they were like, we're going to bring up our Just Words, Angel, LaShia, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, yay, right? So I went up there, and I think I did No One, and then I did Emotional Roller Coaster, which is 2 completely different artists, completely different ranges, but both power songs in their own right. And I was just like, so after I got off the stage, I was like, oh, what was I thinking, right? But I did my thing. I got off the stage, came down. People was like, oh my gosh, you did so good. I was like, oh, thank you so much. So I get over to the bar area, and Tony Jones is standing over there with Joe, who was his MD at the time, his musical director at the time. So they up there, they're talking this and third, and Joe comes up to me and he's like, hey, was that you that was singing up there? And I was like, yeah. And then it was like this whole thing where we was talking, and Tony was like, oh my gosh, like, I didn't expect that big voice to come out that little body and this and the third. What's up, D-Ray? He's like, I didn't expect this little, you know, I didn't expect that, right? So I was like, oh, okay. And then I looked at him and I was like, it was funny because I was like, you don't know who I am, do you? And he was like, no. And I was like, remember when you was out on Broad Street with your background, with the background vocalist? And he was like, oh my gosh, that was you. And I was like, yeah. Like, so, like, here's he, this is him in his phone the whole time. Like, while me and Pam are talking, like, we were just up there, like, and this dude is just, like, not paying attention. So, when he finally, what's up, Angela? When he finally meets me and he's like, oh, you was up there singing this, your voice was amazing, I'm like, oh, like, we met, but she wasn't trying to pay no attention to me before, but now you want to pay attention to me, like, so, anyway, they was like, so, he was like, so, have you ever thought about singing background or whatever? And I was getting approached a lot back then about background work, and I was just like, why everybody approaching me about background work? Nobody is trying to put me on like as a soloist or put me out there. You get what I'm saying? I was just like, why is this happening? Like, why am I always getting like pushed to the back? Like, oh, you ever think about background work or background? But needless to say, background work is not anything to sneeze at. First of all, you have to be a very professional person to pull off background work, okay? Sometimes you have to know them songs better than the singer themselves, okay? You need to know every drop, everything, everything. You have to know everything in the song. You have to know, it's crazy how much the background vocalists have to know. On top of singing, you have to have, if there's dance moves, you have to do dance moves. You have to just be on, like the main vocalist can do whatever they want to do on the stage. They can do whatever they want to do on the stage. They can fall out, but you can't be like, they can fall out as a part of their routine, not fall out like medically and, you know, people got to attend them. But they can fall out as part of their routine in the song, whatever like that. You got to keep on singing, keep on moving. You got to keep, like, it's times where the background vocalist start off the song. Like, he had one song, we had to actually start off the song. Like, he didn't even come in yet. We was the ones that had to start the song off. It's so crazy. Like, background vocalists are, when somebody approaches you to be a background vocalist, like I said, at that time, I was younger. I felt some type of way about it because I was like, why is everybody trying to always throw me in the background? But sometimes it's the best place to be. And especially if you're up and coming and you're learning, you're trying to learn about how performances go, how to put together a show, how to be effective in your song lists and all this different stuff. Knowing what musicians want. Like, background vocalists hear everything. Like, it's crazy because we know the discomfort or whatever that band members are feeling. Sometimes the main person don't even know, like, these are the conversations that are happening. What's up, T Jump? Sometimes they don't even know that these are the conversations that we're having, and that they're displaying their displeasure about playing this song or this or that. You know, the person that comes in is none the wiser, but the background vocalists know everything. And it's such a good place to be if you want to learn how to do it. Luther Vandross was a background vocalist, all right? Mariah Carey was a background vocalist. Kelly Price was a background vocalist for Mariah Carey. Mariah Carey has done background vocals for Babyface. You get what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing wrong with being a background vocalist at all. Sometimes you gotta pay the background, and sometimes it's the best place to be, because when it comes down to it, when the show tanks, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody sitting there talking about some, oh, them background vocalists for sure. They're gonna put it all on the main artist. They're gonna put it all on the main artist. It don't even never be on the background vocalist or the band. They just gonna be like, oh, I hated that Babyface show, or I hated that, you know, I've never hated a Babyface show. I love Babyface. But I'm telling you, like, that's just how it is. Just how it is. So back to the story, right? So they was approaching me by background. I was like, I don't know. I thought about it, and he said, hey, if you decide you want to do it, we have rehearsal. It was Mondays at 6, and it was in Jersey, in Willingboro, at the what is it called? There's a center out there, the Kennedy Center. So yeah, so it was every Monday at 6 p.m. at the Kennedy Center. So I'm thinking like, okay, how's that gonna fit with my schedule? Because I was working at the time, so I was like, how am I gonna fit with my schedule? And he was like, listen, if you need a ride to the rehearsal and a ride back home, just let me know. We'll set it up. This and the third. I was like, oh, I'm getting a ride too. Like I don't have to find like transportation to get out there. Okay, all right. This sounds like something I would want to do, right? So this was in 07. When I tell you, I learned so much from this guy. Like, he is literally like my brother. Like, he's my mentor in all. He's the one that taught me how to copyright my songs. He's the one that really taught me music performance. He's the one that taught me how to set up sound equipment. Because yes, I was a roadie. I was putting together the sound equipment at a lot of his shows. He's shown me what a genuine person looks like somebody that is all for making sure that everybody is good, and he's selfless. He's done so much to put me on, done a lot more for my career than I could have ever done for myself at that time, because I really was not in the mental space to really take my career to the next level. And being a background vocalist for him taught me how to get to that next level of performance and the business side of music. See, every once in a while you have somebody come in your life that really opens your eyes to a lot of things. Sometimes that person can open your eyes up to a lot of bad things, and then you got the people that open your eyes up to a lot of good things. And he's definitely one of those people that opened up my eyes to a lot of good things in music and how to further my career as a vocalist, as a songwriter, as a singer, as everything. What's up? I am the next. Thank you for joining in. He's opened my eyes to so many different things, and the stuff that he was teaching me, the stuff that he was showing me, like, he could literally charge me to teach me. But he was giving me the game at no cost. At no cost. When I say we work tireless hours to make sure that, okay, I'm going to say I work tireless hours. I did not want to go in unprepared. The very first thing that he did, because we had CDs back then, the very first thing that he did when he realized that I had an interest in being his background vocalist, he came to Walgreens. We met at Walgreens, and he dropped off his CD with the CD. Yo, he had the regular CD with all the what was released. He had a CD with just background vocals on it, right? And he had all the lyrics. So as a background vocalist, I would have been a fool to come into his rehearsal unprepared, because he gave me everything, right? And then the first rehearsal, we ride up there. We got to know each other a little bit more on the trips out to Jersey, to the Kennedy Center. It is a little bit of a hike, from Philly. So he literally was like, oh, Mondays, what's your Monday schedule look like? And I used to get off of work at like 4 o'clock, right? So he's like, okay, I'm going to come to your job. I'm going to pick you up, and we're going to ride up there to rehearsal. And I'm like, okay. And like we would get there, and we get there early, and then he sit up there and show me how to set up his mixing equipment, his sound equipment, everything, how to set up the speakers. It got to the point where I just came in. It was just like second nature to me. I would just walk in. I'd be like, all right, where's the stuff at? I would grab it out of the room, take it in there. I would set it up, this, that, and the third. Like it was good times. It was good times. And I learned so much. When I say this is the most spiritual guy that I've ever come across in my life, he loves the Lord, y'all. He loves the Lord. He before a show even starts, before he even jumps into his regular set, he will sing a song for the Lord. When I went through my situation in 2013 when I lost my child, he came to the hospital and prayed for me, y'all. Like, he did not ever look at me as just a background vocalist. He affectionately calls me baby girl. He always looked at me as family. You know, as soon as you're on his team, in his camp, he's family. He said to me, he was like, and I don't know why I'm getting all emotional right now, but I just, you know, when you have people like that in your life, it makes you realize, like, life isn't all bad, you know, when you come across people like that in your life. And I remember he was about to do a show in Maryland, and hey, our T Entertainment, how are you? Thank you for joining in tonight. I don't know why I'm getting so emotional, but it's like he had the show out in Maryland, and his bandmate, the people in the band was like, this is a big show, you know, and his he's like, this is a big show, and it's crazy because, you know, who are you going to get to open up for you? And, you know, we're going down to Maryland, so maybe it should be one of those artists down there. Maybe we should just to bring out more people, you know, we can get some, you know, local talent to open up for you. And Tony was just like, why would I do that? He was like, why would I do that? Now, from a business standpoint, it made sense. But to him, it didn't make sense because he was like, I have all this talent within my own camp. Why would I go outside of my camp and get somebody that I don't know, don't have any interaction with, you know, to open up for my show? I don't know them. You get what I'm saying? When I got baby girl that's, you know, a solo artist herself that is more than capable of opening up for me. And I was like, dang, like he saw in me what I didn't even see. It was times where I didn't feel all that confident about my singing or about my performances or even about the music that I was doing. I was like, I'm not even there yet. Like, and I was really like, you know, Tony, you could put on somebody better than me. Like, I'm not that great. And he saw something in me that I didn't even see at the time. I wasn't as confident, you know. But when he gave me that opportunity, it gave me the confidence that I needed to succeed in this industry. I was able to do other shows with ease. I was able to decipher what I wanted and what I did not want as far as bandmates and what I wanted to do as far as my shows. My shows were just that much better because, you know, I didn't have to like learn things at that moment. I already learned it being part of his camp. So it was not new to me. I knew, okay, this is the person that I want to play keys for me. This is what I want. This is the type of, commitment and dedication that I want from my bandmates, from my camp. This is what I want to do going forward. This is the set list that I want to do. And he was real big on transitions, like everything. Like Tony Jones is like the guy that I like. That's my brother. Like he said, I'm doing a show. I will drop what I have going on and be like, okay, if it's feasible for me to do, I will go and do it. You get what I'm saying? Because he never made me feel like, oh, you're just a background vocalist. Oh, what do you know? He even, if we had certain input about stuff, he wouldn't be like, oh no, I'm the star. It's my way or the highway. No. He'd be like, listen, let me hear what you got. Let me hear what your suggestion is. We can incorporate that into the show. And I'm telling you, like, he was never, and baby, when I talk about business minded, I ain't never have to worry about doing a show and not getting paid. I ain't never have to worry about doing a show with Tony and not getting paid. It was times when he wasn't even sure, like some stuff happened and they talk about the money, they don't know about this and that. No, he like, my camp needs to get paid. If I gotta come out my own pocket and pay them, and then y'all just pay me back on the back end, I'm gonna do that. But I'm not gonna let all these people come out for me and do for me, and I don't give them what they need. Because anybody else could have been like, oh well, we didn't get paid our gig, yeah. Because band members would be like, I don't like band. Listen, band members, they be serious about their money. No, I ain't logging all my equipment and all that, and then you telling me I ain't getting paid. Somebody, you want to call from some type of coin. And Tony always just made sure that he had enough. If he said, this is what I'm going to pay you, that's what he paid you. He made sure that he was going above. He still does go above and beyond to make sure that everything is in order. Because he about his business. And I got that. I got a lot of that from him. When I do shows and I tell my bandmates, listen, y'all, this is what y'all gonna get paid. Even if I didn't get paid for that gig, I made sure they got paid. I was doing a lot of promo stuff. It was stuff that I did that I didn't even get paid any money for it. But the band always got paid. Band always got paid. And I'm gonna tell y'all something else. Maybe I could talk about this on another show, but there was a lot of stuff that came with being came with being a female artist, and I can tell y'all stories, but that could be another show entirely. But this is Tony Jones's moment right now. This is me giving him his flowers because he has done so much for me in the industry. He has done so much in industry of music general. Like, he has songs like Substitute, Love You More, oh my gosh, why am I blinking right now? He got so many songs. He got a gospel song, My Thoughts. He got oh my gosh, my favorite song, and I can't even think of it, it's like there will be mountains to climb as long as you're living. There will be oceans to cross on this side of Zion. I'm probably in the wrong key, but I know I can feel it. I can feel it in my crawl that I'm in the wrong key because I am the alto, so there will be mountains to climb as long as you're living. There will be oceans to cross on this side of Zion. Yo, I don't know what's going on, but that's my song. And then My Thoughts, Substitute, Love You More. Okay, so Love You More is a song that I wrote for him for his second album. And that's when he taught me the step-by-step on paperwork and make sure that you have your paperwork right. So definitely, quick plug. Mary Kay. What's up, Carson, California? Long time no see. Definitely, he taught me how to do all the paperwork, get all the paperwork in line, and that he could have just been like, oh, you wrote a song for me? Thank you very much. And just took it and then just said that he wrote all of it. And then when he was recording it, right, he took me to the recording studio where he recorded it. And Talib from the group, oh my gosh, why can't I think of the name of the group? But they did the song, Shorty, keep playing with my mind. You tease me all the time. Like, he was running the studio and I was like, ah! I was extra hyped, right? So, so anyway, so I was there like, yo, I was like, yo, this is crazy. Like, yo, I was so hyped. And then I was like, I gotta contain myself because at the time I was pregnant with Cam. And I had to like calm myself down. I was like, I can't be all extra hype, you know. But I was super hyped because I was like, I remember the group when it came out. And then we get in there. And that's when we went into the studio, that's when he actually came up with, we both came up with the bridge. Because I had did the first verse, second verse, the hook. But I still didn't know, like, what the bridge was going to be. So, yeah, I'm just going to play that song right now. That's, I guess, it's a good little intro into this song, Love You More, that I wrote for Tony Jones. The video is on Tony Jones Vivo on YouTube. So, let's go. Let's listen to it. Let me turn this up a little bit. Actually, this is not me. This is Tony Jones, but I wrote the song. So that was the song "Love You More" by Tony Jones, written by moi. Okay. So I'll be happy with the pen, y'all. I'll be getting in with the pen. All right. I'm still writing, and I do have a few songs. So if y'all need something, hit me up. So like I said, that's "Love You More." All right, and that is on Tony Jones Vivo. He does have a video that was done by Archetto Max Out, who is actually on Instagram too. I'm gonna have to tag him. Yeah, so definitely check out the video on YouTube. It is up. It's been up for years, okay? Because he wrote this song back in I wrote the song back in 2012. Was it 2012? 2011, 2012? One of those years. And then he finally was able to get to the studio with To Live. But I know that was like late 2012. Like late 2012. And then remember going in the studio and just to see his recording process. That was the first time I ever saw his recording process. So I was like, and he is no nonsense. Let me tell you about Tony Jones. Okay, he do not be wasting no time when he go to the studio, because he know he paying for that studio time. If he's paying for that studio time, he's not wasting no time. Okay, he's gonna go in. He already done rehearsed the song many times. The fact that we had came up with a bridge while we was in the session, that was out of the norm for him, because he usually has everything already pristine and in line and in check before he even goes in there and records. But to see how professional and to see how polished he is in the studio, I was like, I want to get like that. I want to be like that person that just comes and just knocks stuff out. Like, don't be up there wasting a whole bunch of time. What's up, Judah Priest? Thank you for joining my live. Think Different TV is always a home for you. So yeah, "Love You More" was like, I remember I was writing that song. So, okay, funny story about that real quick, because I'm going to tell you this funny story. I'm going to go to the next song. But he gave me the beat, right? And I was working, like, when I say I was working hard at Walgreens at the time. I feel like I was always at work. And he was like, "Here, LaShia, I'm going to give you this beat. Maybe you could do something with it, this, that, and the third." So I was like, okay. So I'm sitting at home with it, and then it was one of those things was like, I just can't concentrate. I can't concentrate at all. The words are not coming. I'm not feeling it, right? So I kind of like left it alone for like a week and a half. So then he calls me. He's like, "So how's it coming along with the song?" Because I was like, great. Like, but I ain't even worked on it yet. And I'm sorry, Tony. I'm just telling the tea right now. I'm sorry, but that was the case. I didn't have anything written just yet, right? So then he was like, "Oh, well, maybe I could come over there, one day, and you can show me what you have." So I was like, okay. All right. So that night I was like, brain, think of something. And I'm listening to it, and I was like, okay, all right. And I literally came up with the more first before anything else. I didn't know what else I was going to come up with. But then I really listened to it, and I said, "Love You More." And then like the second verse, when I was like, "Can't pretend you're happy. It's written all over your face." I was thinking of the song, "It's written all over your face. You don't have to say your word." Y'all remember that song? So that's what I was thinking of when I wrote that part. And once I started writing, I was able to finish it, and it took me like 20 minutes to write the song. But I didn't come up with the bridge yet, but I definitely had the verse. I had the hook. And so when I finally sat down with him, I was like, what you think about this? And I just sang it to him, and he was like, it's good. I like it. And I was like, I was like, good, because I really didn't even work on it until like 2 days ago. I ain't say that to him though, but I'm saying it now, so he's gonna find out. So yeah, that was the story about that song. But that has a special place in my heart. Love You More has a special place in my heart because it's the first song that I wrote for someone else that is actually like copyrighted. It's official tissue, like my name is on it. When he, makes money on it, I get a little check, so that's always a good thing. So yeah, like, and honestly, I always want to just be a songwriter, because there's a lot more money in it anyway. There's a lot more money in being behind the scenes than being a front runner. Like, you can belt your songs all day long, like Tony Braxton, but Babyface is gonna pick up the check most of the time. So that's just, that's just the downside of it all is, when you're just the singer, it's like you, oh, thank you, Carson. That's the downside about being just the singer, is that a lot of the time you're the last person to get paid, and it sucks because the manager get paid, the songwriters get paid, the producers get paid, and then it's like you get a little royalty check, like because you sang the song, and then don't let other people sing it and they're like their versions is better than yours. It's like, ugh, it's crazy. So excuse me. So he has this other song called Substitute. Now Substitute. Now, okay, so the funny thing about Love You More, so Love You More is like being that number 2 in that number 2 spot. That's why it's a connection for everything. So tonight's topic was, would you rather be number 1, number 2? So so Love You More is like being that person on the outside looking into to somebody's relationship and saying like, listen, you're going through so much with that person, you should be with me. So that's kind of like the number 2 position. So then Substitute is actually being in the number 1 position and then finding out that your girl is with someone else and realizing that you just a substitute for the person that you really want to be with. But like, you're supposed to be the main one, but you're just the substitute for who you really want to be with. And the person you really want to be with is actually number 2 guy. And it's just crazy. So this next song I'm about to play is Substitute. And I love this song because it was my first video that I was in. Actually, I think it was my only video that I was in, to be quite honest, until I started doing my own videos, right? So to see that process of, when I say I learned everything with him, like literally I learned everything with him. So so I told you what the song Substitute is about, right? Hold up, what you write on that? So Substitute, I did not write Substitute. It was actually something that Tony wrote with someone else, or he probably wrote it by himself. I can't remember. I have to look back in the credits, but definitely Substitute was the type of song where it's like, it's a lot with that song. But here's the thing. So Tony Jones, he said, I want to do a video for Substitute. So we're like, okay, cool. And he was like, LaShia, I want you to be my main girl in the video. So I was like, okay, right? I didn't know what I was setting myself up for, y'all. So he was like, so I started thinking like the song Substitute. He's like, you want me to be his main girl? Well, wait a minute. Hold up now. Substitute is about his girl cheating on him. So I'm going to be the cheater? That sucks. I'm going to be So he decided he wanted to rent out this condo downtown in down I'm not really like a true video vixen. Like I'm just like the main girl in the video. Like I'm not doing nothing crazy in the video. So I mean it is one crazy part in there that was awkward as crap, but because I told y'all he like my bro. So the one part on there I was just like, this is weird. So he went out this condo, and the way the condo was set up, it was these guys that owned the condo, and they was super nice. And it was downtown on 12th Street. And you walk in, and when you walk into the condo, it's like you see the I think it was a piano there. No, it was a table. It was a table. And you had the couch and everything, and downtown is real ritzy down there, like hotty-totty type people. They gotta drink their water with their pinky out, Euphoria water that is. So this is a nice condo, all right. And then you look up in Philly. So you look up and like you can literally see like there's a little balcony thing. And when you go up the steps, right? You go up the steps, that's like their bedroom. So it's like literally like you don't have the curtains drawn on the balcony, like you can see into you can see the bedroom or whatever. What's up, She Plugged In? Thank you for joining Think Different TV tonight. So you could like literally see like downstairs and everything. Like you pull the curtain back, you can look downstairs, you can see all that stuff. And from your bed, okay, from your bed. So I forgot who shot the video. For this one, but I remember that person being very professional. Knowing the treatment for the video. See, when you have a video, and for those who don't know, like for those who don't know about shooting a video and stuff like that, or being part of a video, there's different scenes that are shot, but before anything is even shot, before anything is even started, there's something called a treatment that's written up for the video. So it's pretty much your vision for the video, how you want it to go before you decide to start shooting. Like you're like, okay, well in this part I have a part where I say I'm staring out the window, the words are staring out the window, and I want to show a part where I'm staring out the window, or or I see her with another guy. That's part of the video too. Like, but we had all these different scenes, right? So we shot a scene shot a few scenes in the condo, and the only other place that we went to shoot was in Hunting Park in Philly. So, cause he wanted to get a scene where he caught us out and about. But we didn't. But it was like in the daytime. There was no clubs or nothing like that. And plus, it rained that day. I remember it was a rainy week for some reason. And then like that day, it was like it held off. And then when we was like about to do the outside scenes, then it was starting to get dark and dreary outside. So we was like, we gotta hurry up and catch these scenes before it really pours down raining. And it poured down raining, y'all. It poured down raining for it was one of those rains where it poured down raining for 10 minutes, and then it just stopped, and it was like it didn't even rain. So it was like for real, the clouds just the skies just opened up and just rained. But we were shooting this scene in the condo, and there was this one part where it is like fuss and fight, and at night we're sexing to the morning light, right? So, I'm like, okay, what do you want? So I was like, what do I need to bring? Like, what clothes do I need to bring? I bought a sundress, I bought a t-shirt and some shorts, and I bought like another outfit for like another scene when we were like downstairs and we were having, you know, a whole, I guess, argument or whatever. And it was just crazy because how everything just flowed, right? So the t-shirt, the large t-shirt that I had on, hit the the sexy to the morning light part. The guy was like, he's like, maybe we can get a scene of y'all like, he's like, maybe if I get a scene of you like on top, like sexing him to the morning light. And I was just like, what? And I was like, I can't do that. He's like my brother. Like, this is weird. So, so we put the cover around us as much as we could, and it just like got the back of me like, wait. It got me like up on top, like going up in there like that. And I was like, this is weird. And he was like, and we just like, and he's like, great, cut, that was great. And I was just like, I feel dirty. And then, that was crazy. And then it was this cat, the guys that owned the condo, they had a cat, right? And the cat, well, if you want to see it, Carson, it's on YouTube. I'm gonna put all the links and everything. When I upload this video on YouTube, I always put the links to the videos that I'm talking about, that I play, in the description, so you can go to the video or whatever. But if you want to find it, just type in Tony Jones substitute, and that's the video. So, so this cat is the one part where we were supposed to have the argument scene downstairs, and the cat just wanted to be in the daggone frame. And I was like, this cat is not going nowhere. It's just like walking back and forth, like. But you know, when we was actually doing it, when we was doing the scene, I didn't notice the cat. I didn't notice the cat until Carson, you go my nerves. I didn't notice the cat until we watched the video back, and I was like, where that cat come from? Like, there was a cat there, and it was just like walking back from. So I'm telling you, like, this joke is so crazy. Like, so anyway, that's the song substitute. That was and shout out to a lot of people that was in the video. One of the young ladies, I know she's a birthday twin of mine too. We both share the same birthday. She just recently had her second baby, so yay. The guy that was supposed to be the number 2 guy, I think was the young lady's brother-in-law. All right, and it was me, and it was Tony and the cat. In the cat, with a little bit of showers thrown in there. But yeah, this song is called Substitute, and I'm just gonna play it for y'all. I love it. Let's do it. Oh, wait for the holiday. What's up, Mr. Smith?
Here I am, staring out the window. Don't mind, you treat me so cold. You act so strange. Girl, this gotta change. Every day we argue, fuss and fight. Then at night we're sex until the morning light. I believe I'm blinded to see. Girl, you're cheating on me. Girl, I know I gave you good love, but it's not me who you love. That it hurts me, but I understand. Though you say you want me and you say you love me, I'm just a substitute for another man. All your needs I supply, even though I'm dealing with your lies. What the hell?
This was when I was skinny, y'all. I was super skinny. I'm looking at this joint. I'm like, dang, I was skinny. I was a smack, y'all.
Sometimes you make me wanna holler. Oh, you let me lose. Baby, I'm your fool. Girl, I know I gave you good love, but it's not me who you love. And it hurts me, but I understand. Though you say you want me and you say you love me, but I'm just a substitute for another. You say you want me, still hard to believe. I'm just a substitute for another man. Oh yes.
What's up, Big Hustle? Thank you for joining in. Thank you, CEO Mezzanine, for joining in.
Just a substitute, just a substitute, just a substitute. I'm just a substitute, just a substitute, just a substitute, just a substitute. I'm just a substitute, just a substitute, just a substitute. Just a substitute, I'm just a substitute, just a substitute, just a substitute, just a substitute. I'm just a substitute, but I gotta go. Bye, bye, bye,
Yo, when he be like, oh, yo, let me tell y'all, that Jordan brought back a lot of memories. So that part when he, like, first of all, I didn't know all the stuff that they was gonna have in there. Like, I just knew my scenes that I was gonna be in there. I was like, dang, he found the other dude's drawers in the room. Ew. I was just like, I was dirty. Like, I had to do all up in the house. He left his drawers there. Oh my gosh. Like, this y'all make me out to be like a really, really bad person in that video. But yo, I was skinty. Like, I was like, and you know what the crazy thing is? Back then I thought it was fat. God was like, you don't know fat yet, honey. Look at this. Then he was like, you gonna get all that. You gonna get all this. Talk about something, you fat now. I was, ooh. I don't know, y'all. I was like, he was like, you don't even know fat yet, honey. You don't know fat yet. When I got pregnant with my son, I was like, ooh, this is fat. I didn't even know I could have two chins. Like, so, yeah, like, that video was, I'm telling you, it was so fun to shoot. It was so fun to, like, be part of everything that was going on with that joint, because we had so much fun shooting it. Definitely, I think back on, like, I did my own makeup. Not that I really need to do a lot of makeup. I definitely did my own hair. But let me tell you about drawstring ponytails, y'all. That was my best friend back then. I love that ponytail, okay? That ponytail was with me everywhere, all right? I just slicked my hair up, slick. I pulled it over to the side, did a little bun. Then I took that ponytail, that drawstring ponytail, I stuck that little comb in, and I pulled it real tight, and shoo. Like, like, I love that drawstring ponytail. I don't know where, I must have threw it away because I probably was wearing it too much and it got all ragged today. But I was just like, oh my gosh, like, this is perfect because I don't really gotta like do my hair like that, and it was already done, and we went and shot the video, and it wasn't as hard. I think I was like in my head a lot back then. I was like, oh my gosh, I gotta do my makeup, I gotta do that. But the way the guy shot the video, like, it was really good. And then I told y'all the second Sexing You to the Morning Light part, that was the weirdest part for me, because I was like, this is, I tried not to laugh so many times, so I was just like, I think it took like 3 takes before we actually got it. And there are pictures of us like on the set doing that. Did you see that frown you had? What frown did I have? The part where when I go to give him a kiss and then he go like this, I was like, ooh. And then he was like, go sit down, like, we need to talk. I was like, please. And I get up like, please, I don't even want to hear all this right now. And then I like how, like, when I'm walking past, like, they had the image of the guy, like, standing up against the refrigerator, because it's like that guy is on my mind. So I was like, screw this, I'm about to go out with this dude again. Like, terrible. I was a terrible main girl. I was the horrible chick that was cheating on my man. That sucked, but it was a nice video. I love the video. I love this song, and I love it even more when we're like, oh, you said when I got out of bed, or at the beginning, because it's like, it's supposed to be like, you know, like another day of this, pretending to be in love with this guy. I really want to be with somebody else. Like, that's what it was. That was amazing. I just wanted to share my stories about Tony Jones. We got a long history. We got a lot of stuff. I am sending all my love his way, and to his mom and to his dad, and he's really big on people who are in the service. He has a song about being in the service, and his he had asked me. He said, "Oh, because my brother is in the National Guard," so he was like, "You think I can get a picture of your brother, to put, his Army picture, his National Guard picture, to put it on the video?" And I asked my brother, and he was like, "Yeah, you need my picture." So at the beginning, if you look at the beginning of the video, I'm not gonna play that song, but I'm gonna put the link in the description so y'all can see the video. At the very beginning, it's very faint, like it shows all the different service people, and like my brother is like in the middle, like looking all serious. So that was Substitute, and that was Love You More by Tony Jones, my brother. I love you so much. I want you to continue doing what you're doing. Next time you have a show, I'm right there with you. We gonna get it done. I got my body back. The last show we did together, I was pregnant with Wise, and it was a month before I was due. A month. So I was on the stage like, "Excuse me, pardon me, please, excuse me," afraid I'm gonna knock over the daggone mic with my belly. Like we had to do the show sitting down, because it was I was like, I'm not about to be rocking back and forth with no belly, like, oh, crazy. But yeah, it was my last show with him, And that was in 2015, September of 2015. So let's see, what, 7 years ago? Memories. I can tell y'all some more stories about me and Tony Jones just being on the road. Yeah, he's definitely one of those people that he does not hide who he is when he's out and about. He ain't about pleasing nobody. You know, what you see is what you get. You get what I'm saying? And I remember all these shows we did. It is like, we did a lot of shows together. I remember he used to keep me busy. Like, you're like, oh, we doing a show here. It's been so many times I had to say to my job, like, I can't come in. I can't be at work this day because I got a gig. And they was understanding for the most part, because they knew that I did my job when I got there. So I'd be like, I can't work this night. I gotta switch with this person or that person or whatever. But it was an amazing experience. Like, we was on the road with it. We was like down in Maryland. We was traveling. So I love you, Tony Jones. I thank you for that. I thank you for being an awesome mentor to me. I thank you for giving me the opportunity to be a background vocalist for you. That is so appreciated. I appreciate all the diamonds. I don't even want to say you dropped jewels on me. You dropped diamonds on me. You know, all the diamonds you gave me throughout this whole process and showing me paperwork and how to put a video together, how to like do so many things. Like, definitely, like, you have been that person for me, that mentor for me, and I thank you so much. And I love you. And we're gonna keep rocking out to the that's my bro, Tony Jones. You want to follow him? He's at Tony Jones Experience right here on IG. And I tagged him in another post. So go check him out. Follow him. You know, check him out on YouTube. We got plenty of music. Like, bull talented, okay? Bull mad talented, all right? Gifted, got all that going on for him. I'm telling you, he is the truth. So go and check out Tony Jones and tell him I sent you. All right, so we're going to take a pause for the calls. It is now 11:06. And I want to shout out my sponsors really quick, because without my sponsors, there will be no Think Different TV. So let's get into it. Let me give myself a little bit of lip gloss right now. Get my lip gloss popping for this. This is Mary Kay's Sheer Illusion lip gloss. Has a very good finish, very sheer, very, make you very kissable lips. And my other sponsor is Anointed Ads, award-winning graphic design and website company. Over 100 websites created, over 14 years in the making. One of the websites that he has created is his very own, www.anointedads.com. If you want to check out his work, you can definitely check out his work on his website. And you can also check out his work here on IG under Anointed Ads. That's ANOINTEDADS. He's also on Facebook, so you can like him on Facebook as well. Check out his stuff on there as well. When you're ready to get your project started, as I know all of you are ready to get your project started, right? You want to get their website created. You want to get that flyer for their event. You want to get that flyer for your business done. Your first project, you're going to get 15% off if you just mention Think Different TV. Just call up Phil and say, hey, I was watching Think Different TV and I saw that you create flyers and that you create this, that, and the third, and I want to get my project started. Listen, just call them up at 609-534-0237. Get that project started today. And then we also have our other sponsor, Euphoria Water. Euphoria Water is the cleanest, healthiest water in Philly. Alkaline water with minerals, no additives, no chemicals. Celebrities and athletes love it. I know, because I'm a celebrity and I love it. And it's just so cool, refreshing. If you're going to hydrate the right way. Do not drink these other waters. I'm not going to mention their names because I'm not, not a big fan about, I'm not a big person about, stopping other people's corn feeding. Like, go get you some Euphoria water, okay? Hydrate yourselves the right way. Make sure that you do that. Make sure you do that. And if you live in Philly, he's delivering. He's delivering it straight to your door. All you got to do is call Captain at 267-707-8279. You can also hit him up on Euphoria Water right here on IG. That's UPHORIAWATER. And he will deliver it to you. Simple as that. He'll mail it to you if you're not in the state. He'll make sure you get that water that is so good for you. It's good for you, good to you. It's just so amazing. So check out Euphoria Water today. Get your water, get your gallon. Get about a gallon. It'll last you. It'll last you. And on that note, I'm going to take a little swig and I'm going to jump into my financial tip for the night. Then we're going to wrap it up because, I hate to go. I hate to leave y'all. Monday nights be like, it be so, I have so much energy and I'll be like, ready, bam. And then like after that, it's like I turn off the camera and I go and silently weep. Until Monday rolls around again and then I can bother y'all some more. So, financial tip for tonight is walking through an FNA. And an FNA is a financial needs analysis. This is critical when you want to find out your FIN, which is your financial independence number. Your financial independence number is the number, the dollar amount that you need to fire your boss, all right? And live out the rest of your days comfortably from now until you retire, or even after you retire. So you want to make sure that you have that money saved up from now until you decide to retire, so that you can have that money to spend after you retire, right? And it also includes inflation. That's what the FIN is. Now, your financial needs analysis. What do you need for the financial needs analysis? Well, we do need your name. Your name, right? We need your name, and we need your phone number and your email. All right, that's just to start off. Name, number, email. Name, number, email. All right, so that's the first three things that you need, right? Then the next thing that it'll ask you is, how much income do you bring in after taxes? The reason why is because, and it doesn't have to be the exact amount. It could be a round figure. Like after taxes, I bring in like $500 every 2 weeks or every week or however. But we usually do it by month. So you say I bring in $2,000 every month after taxes. And then you will also say what age you will want to be when you retire. And then we always set it for 80%. So the reason why we set it for 80% is because when you retire, you're gonna need 80% of your income to live. Only that amount, because by that time all of your expenses would have dropped by then. Hopefully you don't have any more bills as far as like credit card debt and all that stuff, and hopefully by that time you should be out of debt, right? And your kids are also grown. If you have kids, they're grown, not the house, hopefully not still in the house. But if that's your life, that they're no longer in the house, you don't have any debt, and then like you don't need your whole income, you would need like 80%, right? Then after that, when we find out when you want to retire, right? Hey Jim, how are you? Thank you for joining in tonight. When we find out when you want to retire, now this is when the stuff comes in. This is when the stuff comes in, because we have to know like how much you already have saved, and how much you have saved, and how much can you comfortably save a month. This will determine your numbers of how much you would have by the time you retire. So let's say you're like, I have 2,000 saved up right now, and I have 200. Matter of fact, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna grab my laptop and I'm gonna pull it up on there. So, have my laptop. Gotta make sure that I'm connected to the Wi-Fi. Make sure I'm connected to the Wi-Fi, right? And exit out of that. And then I'm going to go here. Go here. You know what? While I'm pulling this up, let me see if I can find another Tony Jones song on here to play. See if I can find another Tony Jones song to play while I'm looking this up. I can't believe how skinny I was. I was looking like, dang, that's really me. It's been a long time since I've been that skinny. Long time. Like, I can't believe I used to think I was fat, yo. I can't believe it. Oh my gosh. We're gonna do this now. Hate when this happens, y'all. Give me a moment. Okay, so I'm still hooked up. I'm still plugged in. Maybe it's acting slow because I'm about to go onto my laptop too. Alright. Well, anyway, it's not working. So I'm just going to say it like this. So when it comes down to it, we need to know when you're going to retire. We need to know how much you have saved up already, how much you can comfortably save a month. Please give us accurate numbers, like like accurate round figures. Don't say, oh, I can save like $500 a month. No. If you cannot save $500 a month comfortably, please don't say that. And because it's going to give us inaccurate information. Like, we really want to make sure we give you an accurate FNA, and we want you to know exactly how much you're going to need when you retire. So don't do that. One person was like, oh yeah, well, we could save up like $700 a month. I was like, comfortably? Seriously? Y'all can do that? Like, who own a business up in this joint? Somebody own a business? Somebody, you know, like, I want to know. Because don't say you can save that much. You can't. So once you find that out, we plug in all the details. We also tell you like how much the money that you save now, how much that will be worth by the time you retire. So with inflation, like let's say you have $100 now, but that $100 may not be able to buy you the same things in the future that it can afford you now. Like you might, like, perfect example. I remember when a bag of chips was 25 cents. Now the daggone bag of chips is like 50 cents, and it's still the same amount of chips in there, probably even less. And a little air in there, a lot of air in there. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you have to realize that when you're saving, and like let's say you give yourself a round figure, like, oh, if I save up $1 million by the time I'm this age, then I'll be good. But no, because it's something called inflation, and like $1 million may not be enough. Like when I did my FNA, what happened was my financial independence number was like 2.5 million and some change. Like it was a large number. And I'm sitting there like, dang, how much, I mean, like, how am I going to get to that number? Like, how am I going to get to the number? And then the next part of the FNA, once we plug in all the numbers, is we show you where you currently stand if you was to continue saving the amount that you're saving per month and starting off with what you already have. And we show you we show you your FIN number, we show you your FIN, which is your financial independence number, right? We show you that, and then we show you where you currently stand with how much you save. So let's say like my number was 2.5 million, but right now, if I continue saving the way I have, and I will only be at $100,000, which is going to give me a shortfall of $2.4 million. So with that shortfall, now I'm like, well, how I'm going to catch up on that shortfall? So the other side shows you how much you have to save per month to get to that to get to that number, to get to your FIN. So when it comes to that, you have to really be on your stuff, okay? Once you find out your financial independence number, a lot of things start making sense to you, and a lot of things just start clicking. Like you're like, Dad, if I'm supposed to save like $2,000 a month to get to my goal, well, I'm gonna have to pick up an extra income, or I'm gonna have to like cut certain expenses out that I had. Or some people, they just see that and they think it's unattainable. Like I'm not gonna be able to make that amount of money a month to be able to put aside. Because it's one thing to make the money to live month to month, and then on top of that, you have to make that money so you can put it aside. Because a lot of times it's not about how much money you make, it's how much money you can save in the long run. So knowing all that, it can be discouraging to a lot of people when they find out their financial independence number. But I will say this, it's better to know than to not know. Because when you know, let's say you do come into some money, now you're like, because you know your financial independence number, and you know how much you need in order to retire and fire your boss, you're like, well, instead of just squandering this money and just doing whatever with it, I can put it into an investment. And then that investment can be making me that amount of money every month. You get what I'm saying? Or at least part of it. Or, like, you start thinking with a different mindset. Start having clarity when you know your financial independence number. And that's why it's so good to go to a financial coach and sit down with them to help you arrive at your FIN. It costs no money, y'all. Like literally, if you call me up and you said, I want to do my FNA, first of all, it doesn't take long to do. It takes literally like not even 10 minutes, right? Then the entire report is emailed to you. So we can email you the entire report. And like I said, it's free. It costs no money. You'll know how much you have to save per month to get to your financial independence number. Also, if you do a more detailed one where we learn about your expenses and everything like that, it'll show you everything that you have to limit in order to get to your goal. So when you It's called Until You Reach Your Goal. That's what the song is called that Tony Jones does. Until you reach your goal, there will be mountains to climb. That's Until You Reach Your Goal. Anyway, that just came to my mind. So look that up too. Until You Reach Your Goal by Tony Jones is an awesome song. It's like borderline gospel, but also like inspirational. It's a very, very good song. So your goal is very important, and when you don't know your goal, then how do you know what you're working towards? Like, how do you know what to do to get to your goal? It baffles me sometimes how people are just so quick to just jump in and do something and then not know the end game. Like, you don't even know the end game. You don't even know. Like when people say, "Oh, I'm saving up right now. I'm saving up for what? I'm saving up for retirement." What number are you trying to arrive at? "Oh, I'm just trying to put a little something aside." No. It shouldn't be no, "I just want to put a little something aside." No, because that little something ain't going to be worth nothing. So you want to have an actual number goal, a dollar amount that you're working towards. You want to know what that is. Like I said, it's absolutely free of charge. I can do an FNA for anybody in the United States. Anybody. As long as you're making U.S. currency, U.S. dollars, I can do an FNA for you. Okay, so don't ever feel like, a lot of people think, "Oh, I got a financial coach, to help me get my finances together," or a lot of times you don't even have to pay anything. Like, if you're getting a financial advisor, that's a different situation. You do have to pay for a financial advisor. But somebody like me that's a financial coach and just wants you to have the information, I'm not going to charge you to do an FNA. I literally go into my app and just do it. But it is an app through the company that I work with, which is Primerica. So I go through the whole thing with you, and then I email you the report absolutely free. You don't have to pay me anything. And that's the same thing with my travel business too. Like, there's a lot of travel agents out there that are charging people to book their trips for them. I don't charge anything. I just book the trips for you, and then I try to find you the best deals and everything like that. But you don't have to pay me for that, So, quick little plug that I threw in there, because I do have a lot of businesses, a lot of business ventures, What's up, 42? Thank you for joining in. So definitely, when you get that FNA done, financial needs analysis, it is so that you can arrive at your FIN, which is your financial independence number, which is the dollar amount that you need to fire your boss and live out the rest of your days comfortably. And if you want to save more than that, you absolutely are welcome to save more than that. But what the FNA does is it shows you exactly what you need to save on a monthly basis to arrive at your financial independence number, how much you are saving now, what you are currently at, what your shortfall is, all of that stuff. So definitely be prepared when you're doing a financial needs analysis. We need your name, number, email, how much you make monthly after taxes, okay, the age that you would like to retire at, okay, also how much you currently have saved and how much you can comfortably save per month. Once we have all that information, we are able to arrive at your financial independence number and show you exactly how much you would need to save per month to arrive at your financial independence number. And like I said, I do this free of charge. You do not have to pay me anything. I like to do it just for kicks. Like I every once in a while I'll do mine just to kind of like see where I'm at, as the years change, sometimes your financial situations change. And I know I'm not working at the same job that I was working at years ago when I first did my FNA. So it has changed, and it's not a major change, but it's just like I know, like I already have savings from once I found out about what my financial independence number was. I started my mutual fund. I started contributing into my mutual fund so that I could save up money, and also I have multiple incomes so that I can put more money away than usual. You know, I have my paycheck that I usually get by day to day and month to month, but I also have my businesses that, you know, I can take that money and literally like just put away and not even use for anything, just save it up. And with a mutual fund, you can start it for as low as $50. Sometimes as low as $25, but I would do $50. You know, I actually did more than that because I knew I wanted my mutual fund to grow quickly. It's still growing at the same rate of 9%, but it's not. But when you start with a lower amount, you see it in drips and drabs. Whereas if you was to contribute a lot more, then you'll see a lot more return. So it's really one of those things like the more money you invest, the more of a return on your investment you will see. Hey Azar King, how are you? Thank you for joining Think Different TV. So that's pretty much my financial tip for the night. Just walking through an FNA, giving you the information that you need to have when you're doing a financial needs analysis and what it exactly achieves, which is giving you your financial independence number so that you would know what your goal is. What is your end game? Have you ever asked yourself, like, how much do I really need to save up to live comfortably for the rest of my life after I retire? How much, you know, or fire my boss? What if you don't want to retire at the standard age of 55 or 65 like all these other people are retiring? You know, what if you want to retire at 40 or 45 and you're currently 20 years old, 25 years old, and you know you got a good 20 years before you want to retire? Well, let's get on the ball now. Let's find out where you currently stand and find out what the goal is and find out what you need to achieve that goal. So at least you have a game plan. You know, no good coach goes into the game with their team without having a nice little playbook, right? He knows what, you know, and during the game, situations change. That, you know, other teams may call an audible that you may not exactly. I ain't think I know about all that, but I do know about it. They might call an audible that might throw the coach off a little bit, and he might have to switch up his flow. But the end game is always to win, right? The end game is always to win. But in winning, you have to have plays. You have to have strategies. You have to strategize. And, you know, the win for you is your fin. Your win is your fin. Your win is your fin. Your financial independence number. That number that you have to arrive at. So what do you have to do to arrive at that fin for your win? You have to have a strategy. You have to have a play-by-play in your book. You have to know what you're going to do. And that's what an FNA is your playbook. Did I break that down? I think I broke that down very well. I think I did a good job breaking that down. So things can happen. Situations can change. Situations can change for the bad. Situations can change for the very good. We want to always change it for the good, right? But every time situations change, you should be doing a different FNA to find out where you stand, so you can know what your FIN number is at that moment and know what you now have to do. It's, like I said, it's absolutely free. You do not have to pay for it. Literally, hit me up at KS Legacy Building LLC 1, my other page, which is in my bio. Hit me up there. That's my financial coach page. Hit me up there and say, hey, LaShia, you was talking about an FNA, a financial needs analysis, on your live. I want to get that done. How soon can we set that up? No problem. We can get that set up right now. What day are you free? When are you free? Nights, days, nights, or weekends. You know, okay, is Saturday good for you or Sunday? Blasey, blasey, blip. What's up, treating you sweet? Thank you for joining in tonight. And we'll set that appointment up. And it's literally, an FNA takes 10 minutes. 10 minutes at the most. Like, I'm not trying to have you hemmed up on a Zoom for 30, 40 minutes. Like, if we start talking about other stuff and you start talking, like, you might find out about the financial needs analysis and just be like, what would you suggest, and this, that, and the third. Then that might carry on the conversation a little bit longer. But to do the actual FNA, it does not take that long. It does not take that long at all. And once it's done, it's emailed to you. You get the whole shebang in an email, the whole PDF that you could print off. You could like, some people do those vision boards. Some people do vision boards. And they post up what they want, because they're visual and they need to see their goals in order to achieve their goals. And putting that fin up there, putting your whole entire financial needs analysis and putting it on the wall, or, you know, so you can see it, and you know what you have to do, and you know what your playbook is, and you know what your strategy is, and you know, well, actually the strategy is, you know, actually taking what you learned from the playbook and putting it in motion, and find out how you can put it in motion. So that's when it's like, okay, I need to save this amount of money per month. So what do I have to do? Okay, you can get an extra income, or you can invest, or you can do this, or you can do that. But I'm telling you guys, like, learning my financial independence number changed my life. It got me on a different wave. Like, I was just like, yo, I need to put more money aside. I need to do this. I need to do that. Because the goal is there. It is attainable. Now I just had to put things in motion to get to that goal. So we're at 11:35, y'all. What's up, Relationship Talk with G's? Thank you for joining Think Different TV. Before I go into my sponsors yet again, I want to just thank all of you for tuning in to Think Different TV tonight with your host, LaShia. I do this every Monday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tonight's topic was, would you rather be in a relationship number 1 or number 2? Would you rather be number 1, the main person, or would you rather be number 2? I said that I would rather be number 2. And I also said my reasons for that earlier in the live, and which will be reposted under my IGTV page, under my series Think Different TV, and also my YouTube channel Think Different TV. So make sure y'all check that out. Why I had my reasons for being number 2. Also, my amazing independent artist feature was on my spotlight. My independent artist spotlight was on Tony Jones, who is right here on Instagram, Tony Jones Experience. And I played 2 songs for you tonight, Love You More, which I wrote myself, and also Substitute, which was the first and only so far video that I've been a part of, which is available on YouTube. So definitely go ahead and check that out. And my financial tip for tonight is walking through an FNA, a financial needs analysis, to find out what your financial independence number is. So make sure y'all tune into the replay. And when y'all watch the replay, make sure y'all hashtag replay in the comments and just state what you feel about the topic and everything that was on the show. I love to hear you guys' feedback. I want to know what I could do to make the show better. Definitely. So make sure y'all comment. Drop y'all little jewel below. But like I said, I'm gonna close out the show. This is the part of the show that I dread, because I hate leaving you guys. But I know I will see you guys next week, God willing. Next Monday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And the next topic is going to be, I'm going to just announce it now, is what could your child do that will make you not love them? Is there anything that your child can do that makes you not love them? Listen, those serial killers, those rapists, all those people out there, they are someone's children. And if you were the mother or father of that person, would that be enough for you to stop loving your child? Would you instead beat yourself up? Why are they like this? This is something that I did wrong, you know. Maybe I didn't love them enough. Maybe I love them too much. That's why they're out here doing all this crazy stuff. Maybe I smothered them. You know, a lot of times as mothers, fathers, we tend to blame ourselves when our children do something really crazy. But then there's some parents that just be like, this is the line in the sand and this is when I would cut my child off. And they're perfectly reasonable, because at the same time, it's like you raise them up to a certain point, but then at one point in their life, they become an adult and they become their own person. They are their own person. You know, we can only do so much as parents. So that's going to be the topic next week. I hope that y'all are here to tune in for it and see what people say about that. You know, share the live. Share, you know, if something on here educated you, touched your heart, made you feel some type of way, you know, share, like, you know, comment. You know, we're going to interact. We're going to do a little something called, you know, interactions, okay? And because I'm interested to know other people's feedback. So that's tonight's show. Thank you so much for tuning in. I got to thank my sponsors for holding it down for me from day one. You have Anointed Ads, an award-winning graphic design, a website company, over 14 years in the making. All right. What else can I say about this guy? This guy is just so professional. You know, an Anointed Ad, when you see it, has eye-catching designs, and it's just one of those things where, you know, if you want your website done, you want your flyer done for your business or for your event coming up, hit him up. Hit him up. Black-owned business. His name is Phil. He's based out of New Jersey. When you're ready to get your project started, call him at 609-534-0237. When you do, and you mention Think Different TV, you get 15% off of your first project. So he's looking to work with you and save you a little bit of money in the process on your first project with him. Also, if you want to check out his work, you can check out his work on his website at www.anointedads.com. You can check out his work on his Facebook page, Anointed Ads, or you can check him out right here on IG, Anointed Ads. That's ANOINTEDADS. So check out Anointed Ads today. Get that flyer started, get that website started, get all this stuff done, and tell him I sent you. Tell him LaShia sent you, so you can get that discount. And then, guys, we have Euphoria Water, which is the cleanest, healthiest water in Philly. All right, alkaline water with minerals, no chemicals, no additives. So good. It's so good for you. All right, so definitely I need y'all to go out and get some Euphoria Water today. All right, highest pH, like, that's unheard of. This is medical grade water. Like, nobody else has water like this. Euphoria Water has it down. And if you're gonna hydrate, like I said, you hydrate the right way. Don't be getting these other waters that, you know, are not good for you. That sometimes the worst water comes in the best looking bottles, and unbeknownst to us, is a lot of cancer chemicals in that water. If you put the droplets in and the water turns yellow, that is not good water. You want your water to be a deep purple. And every time they drop the droplets into Euphoria Water, it's that deep purple because it's the highest alkaline. It's really good. It's very refreshing. And with that, I'm going to play the Euphoria Water promo song done by Medusa Phil 215, right out of Philly, and another amazing artist who decided to take the time to show Euphoria Award and how much she appreciates it and decided to do a promo song for it. So on that note, I'm going to close out the song with the promo song, and here it goes.
What I want y'all to do is picture your Fury bottle in the air. If you got a jug, put it in the air. Yeah, just like that, come out in there. And if you don't, I want you to
Go over there and get a sip of that medicine. The only thing that quenches my thirst is fill my brain. The only thing that's in my purse or in my hand. You just gotta see the end. To know what a beast can guarantee. Deep face glow, anybody not tired. We feel energy to me so elevating higher. We feel energy to me so elevating higher.
I'm gonna take a sip.
When you sip, you know there's no better. With a bottle guarantee you feel much better. This for the nation, everything a baby. So with the kick, now you the king out of drink shot. We've been putting on for the city, yeah. You said you've been back from my way to bed, yeah. Raise your bottle in the air. Bring it down, you're coming by, drink with me now.
You're Fury.